Just drunk of water. Considering they yours, I'm gonna be nice and give you one.
So you considering they mine? You gonna give me some?
That's the only reason. If it wasn't, you said what? Once again, back it's the incredible rhyme animal, the invincible.
Hey everybody, what's that? Ain't
it said 11 p.m. I didn't skip.
I told you that before. You did that one time. Said it said 11 p.m. You like no.
This shit must be on some different time shit. Some bullshit. Some bullshit. Oh, we are live. We live?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I got him. Get in here some more. Get in here because you are low. I don't like how low you look. I done threw my chairs in the trash and shit.
Well, I mean, you can do that when you're balling.
No. When you're balling, you just can buy some new ones after you throw them motherfuckers in the trash. That's what ballers do. What's up, everyone? Come on in. Where's my cellular device? Hey, Siri. Who's this bitch? Hey, Siri.
Now, don't cuss at Siri now. She's very sensitive.
Where are you? Bitch. Hey, Siri. Look over there. Where are you?
I'm here.
Where, bitch? Look under that blanket, that sheet now. Look under that sheet.
Can't cuss at Siri. Siri don't like that.
She keeps saying I'm here. Tune on in, y'all. We about to get started.
Put the mic on that side because I'm loud.
Look at them eyeballs on them girls. Show your daddy.
Yeah, she about to get her ass whooped.
No, we can wash it off before she leaves.
That's about by me. I ain't gonna say that. I don't play that.
This is just an in-house thing. She ain't going out to actually do nothing. Hey, everyone.
We're running late, family. We apologize.
Yeah, we are running late.
We want to put you on that 30-second countdown while we're going and do some mechanics. She going to text and stuff. Is it on graphics already? Oh, there you go.
You don't know.
We're going to count down. Oh, we are back. What's up, family? What's up?
I'm a little...
We're a little bit behind, but it's all good, family. We want to welcome you here to Blunt Talk. Those of you that want to support Blunt Talk, please do go to Navitta.GNJ.Media. That's right.
Navitta.GNJ.Media?
That's your link, Darky. That's your link.
Okay, and they can see it from there.
I'm trying to help you. They go to, I give them the regular support. And
you said support. I'm talking about view. Well, where they go to view? Because in the future, we're going to be moving off of Facebook and YouTube. So you go to GNJ.Media to see the show.
That's right.
GNJ.Media. And we're looking for some more guests to come on with the show. Illumila is out this evening. He had some personal shit he had to take care of. So it's just me and Hodam today.
That's right.
And we're going to make it a quick show today because I got a lot of homework to do today.
So we're going to go and run through so she can do her homework, family. We also going to, we're going to open, you want to open up the phone lines?
Yeah, we can open up the phone lines. Let me go ahead and send them out some shit because we're going to get on, hold on one second, please. We're going to get on the whole, Yeah, go ahead. Bill Cosby situation that happened. We're gonna talk about what's her name, the sister from the Olympics, Chichira, Chichira. I can't.
Ghetto girl. Let's just call.
No, ain't nothing ghetto.
Ghetto.
I don't like the term ghetto.
Okay, cool. Let's call her.
She might have a little. I don't know.
Afrofuturistic.
Okay, there you go. Afrofuturistic chick.
Right.
Whatever the case may be.
Or Rainbow Bright. Because her ass, I mean, she runs that fast and shit. Because it's just a blur, depending on what color hair she got. I seen she's a blur, beautiful blur. You know what I'm saying? But let's see. We want Uber conference.
We're gonna open up the phone lines today, so hopefully people could call in.
Oh, and also if you click the link, you'll be able to come on live. I mean, we'll be able to see you.
Yes, indeed.
They have updated our systems. There's a lot of changes going on with
Why does that camera is muted?
Because we using one camera.
Okay, well, long
they
as
can't
see us.
Right. They can see us on here. We don't want them to see it. You know, they only need to hear our voice through this. So we open up the phone lines so that we're gonna have a discussion. But we're gonna go and start off. What you want to start with, Navitta?
Well, we might as well start with the whole Bill Cosby thing because, you know, that seems to be a big thing in the news today. Some people calling Bill Cosby or Pill Cosby, I've been hearing. You go ahead and start because I'm trying to.
All right, well, Bill. So we know Bill was released. It was ain't really part of a deal. It was some unjust stuff that happened with the way his court case ran. And many people are being triggered by the fact that they believe that Bill Cosby is a rapist and he need to be serving his time. We have, one half of the people being triggered. Another half of people are celebrating the fact that Bill Cosby is free. And what we want to know is where you stand as Blunt Talk, because me and Navitta could go on and talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We could talk about some of because neither one of us are. She's studying law. She wants to be a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. The only thing I feel that I can use the law for is for us to make some more money as GNJmedia journey. So so the question on the table is, how do you feel about this whole Bill Cosby piece? Now, if the brother is guilty of rape, which I don't know if it's been determined. Now, he went to trial.
He was never convicted of rape from the beginning.
What was he convicted of?
Some kind of assault.
Sexual. Okay.
Thing.
Okay.
And, and a lot of times when the Supreme Court went through a lot of this shit, a lot of people are just taking snippets of what they read and not reading the thorough thing because I think people want Bill Cosby to be guilty, but he's a black man and that nigga did it.
But then on top of that, some black people still mad at him because of the pound cake thing.
What's the pound cake
You don't remember when he got up and started dogging black people? Like, you don't remember that shit? Bill Cosby got up and did the speech.
He said there was a certain sect of black people that are not living up to their piece of the bargain.
Some people.
Now he said certain sect of black people, and I was one of them people that didn't appreciate it, and I was younger then. But you know what, motherfucker? There's a certain sect of black motherfuckers that are not living up to their part of the bargain. Flat out. And
so you pound caking black folks, Navitta? Navitta is pound caking black folks.
I don't know what the fuck you mean by
that's what they call the speech, the pound cake.
Is that what they called it? That's the first time I heard that.
Well, okay, cool. It's first.
That's what you called it, motherfucker.
No, I really ain't heard the speech. Called the pound. He mentioned something about pound cakes and some shit like that. Well, anyway, whatever it's called. But a lot of black folks was upset about that. A lot, and so, but we have a lot of people. How do you feel about women who have been raped that have been triggered by the fact that he's been released? Damn,
Okay.
she threw her glasses.
Hold on a second. Let's just back the fuck up for a second. Because a lot of people are saying that he admitted to raping this woman. And he didn't admit to raping anyone. He admitted to supplying the drugs for these motherfuckers. And in that time, like Judge Joe Brown said, you got to realize how the partying went during that time. And during that time, people partied with Quaaludes, and they wanted the drugs and the dick. That was just the party culture back then. And Bill Cosby was hot. He was popping. You know what I'm saying?
And so was the people that was with him. So what about the I guess it's a younger chick that was more recent than a lot of older white chicks?
No, she was an older chick.
She was an older chick?
She was just one they found that would fit the statute of limitation. She was the one that looked like the Terminator or whatever that. The motherfucker from Jaws on the Jaws dude from James Bond.
Shut up.
She did. She was ugly, but she was the one. I'm not saying that ugly people can't be raped, because I'm sure they can. I know they can. But in this case, that ugly bitch wanted to do.
Oh my God! All right. So
because he admitted to giving the drugs that the women wanted to take, because then if you read it, then he said, "Were the women knowledgeable of the drugs and that they were receiving drugs?" And he said yes. Okay. Now he may have said something that you know what I'm saying. In Gubai, I'm on the air right now. Hold on 1 second. I'm on the air. He keeps texting me. Air now.
So, all right. So, but now,
sorry, y'all.
Get to the trigger part. You know, because hey, excuse me.
Because I'm telling you why I'm getting to this part is because a lot of times people act like, well, man shouldn't give women drugs if with the intention of having sex. Like, people don't understand that men do that. To me, it's like you go to the motherfucker for a long motherfucking time.
You go to the bar. I'm buying you a drink. What am I buying you a drink for?
If you sitting at a bar and a nigga buying you drinks all night, at the end of the night, he hoping you gonna get fucked up and y'all gonna go home and fuck. And now I see the whole thing, and we gotta be very careful with this piece of, well, if you're drunk, then you shouldn't be able to consent to sex. You know what I'm saying? And that's a very fine line. Because I can't read your motherfucking mind. It's time for women to take some responsibility, you know what I'm saying, for their actions, especially when you're older, motherfucker. You know that when I get drunk, this may happen because I get like this.
I get loose.
So I get loose. You know what I'm saying? Right. I get the hottest box on the planet. If I done had about
It's burning me. It's burning. I
done had 3 Hennessy's and I got
a hot water on it.
She didn't want no water on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So then all of a sudden, you got to be disciplined. We got to take some responsibility here, because a man ain't going to be able to read your mind. If you telling me, look, this is what I want, and you grabbing on the goods, and then all of a sudden it's like,
he took advantage.
I didn't really want to do that. Bitch, what you mean? Because it ain't like drunk people don't like to fuck or anything. So how does he know if you a drunk bitch that like to fuck or you a drunk bitch that don't like to fuck? You don't know. So it's like we got to take some kind of responsibility because you don't know, motherfucker. And that women act like they ain't even.
I had no idea we would go. I had no idea. I just wanted to talk. And had some Quaaludes, but conversation was on my mind. I wanted to know.
Yeah, that bitch was.
I wanted him to tell me the backstory of Fat Albert. That's what I wanted to know.
They was in there. You know what I'm saying? I need women to have an honest conversation about shit they do. We as women have done some shit. We have even been to the point where we be like, oh, no, I don't want to do it. Leave me alone. I don't want to. And you be like, bitch, do you want to do it?
I know you from somewhere. That happened to me before. Hey.
No. I'm not trying to. So, then all of a sudden, but with the new standards, if that happens,
hey, the man is wrong, right?
And you got boys out here. You ladies with boys, you better watch this shit.
It's now no true words have been spoken, because one of these cases could ruin your life. Because also another piece that I don't think a lot of us look at is that Bill, regardless of how you feel about him, he is this whole cancel piece from the past. It's sort of like this is how they used to get down, and we're judging them on the standards that we have today. And what do y'all think about that? Do y'all think that is fair that you look at the standards for the day? And I know we could get extreme with it because people are like, well, slavery was right at one point in time.
What was right at one point?
Slavery was legal at one point in time. Are you saying that people that held slaves should?
That's not what we're saying at all. I'm just saying that you need to be careful of the shit that you set the standard for, because now you start setting this standard for, and all this shit just is a, you ask me, is a spew off of that feminist shit.
Oh.
And then you look at a lot of them feminist shit, them motherfuckers don't even like men. They be looking like niggas. Or them white ladies, they be looking like Ellen DeGeneres and all them motherfuckers. They don't like that bunch of male-hating bitches that, or some fat bitches, God forgive me. And I know I'm fat, but I'm just saying, I thin, big or small, I get them all, motherfucker. But the point being this, that I think some of them motherfuckers be so pissed because they got so much rejection like that. Me Too bitch. What's her name? They look like KRS-One.
God damn.
She probably
You
got a
saw
lot
we
of
about
reject.
to get bad. We about to get bad.
She got a lot of rejection, nigga. I'm telling you. And now she want to act like, you know, when one dude actually hit on her, she like, he wanted me. He tried to rape me, girl.
You so wrong.
You don't act like that shit don't happen, motherfucker.
Listen, I don't know what happens with a lot of these. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay out the way. I stay out the goddamn way.
I done seen plenty of chicks who I be looking at. Like I worked with a white chick at my job, and the brother that worked at the job, two chicks. One is black, but she claimed white, and the other one is white. And they both came to me on like the black dude. He was about to rape me. I was like, bitch, you will not tell me that this man was about to rape you. Why would you say something so crazy? And the one bitch filed a sexual harassment complaint on the man. And he basically just, you know, he might have told her, he was just being nice to the fat bitch. And, you know, like, oh, you looking good. I see you. And now she, harassment. God. Oh my God, bitch, you lucky a motherfucker even talk to your ugly fat ass.
Oh my God,
because you want to make it such of a big spectacle because you ain't used to that kind of attention. So you trying to draw attention to it. Like, look at me, somebody wanted me. Somebody finally wanted me. And he tried to sexually harass me. I'm like, bitch, he ain't trying to sexually harass you.
Oh
my God.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. So what do y'all think? The lines are open 614-556-4535. See if anything popped up on the line because I want to make sure we can hear it. Because I want to make sure. All right, cool. Nobody on the line so far. But what do y'all think about the whole Bill Cosby piece? This is the blunt talk. We want to get blunt. We want to have real conversations that we need to have. Navitta says that women need to take some responsibility for some of the shit that they do. Of course, men have to take responsibility for the shit that they do. Right.
Yes, indeed. But yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? But it does she have a point here? You know what I'm saying? Because we got a bunch of women running around that's upset, that's supposedly getting triggered because Bill Cosby is out of jail. Right? Now, you know, Bill Cosby is out of this. How old is this motherfucker?
Oh, nigga.
Right? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, unless I mean,
because this is the thing too.
He might need a wheelchair to catch your ass. So, but go ahead.
You know, and when a person has been raped by an individual that is not somebody you living in the same house with or a relative that you have to be around all the time, you don't continue to go out with that motherfucker, hang out, kick it for years after the fact, which this bitch did.
Who?
The bitch that he went to jail for. They had a relationship after her.
She didn't have a relationship with him.
Yes, she did.
She had a relationship with Huxtable. It wasn't Bill Cosby.
Whatever. She still hung out with the rapist nigga that she cut. and was getting money from a nigga, you know, and still doing drugs with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And everybody acts like they can't. They, you know,
fathom that. They don't understand
that whole part when you tell them that you must support a rapist. They can't address what the fuck you just said.
Huh.
You know, because I have had an issue with a motherfucker who assaulted me sexually in a way, and I cut that shit off immediately. Well, no, don't he call me? Then I ain't none of that. We ain't got nothing else to say to one another. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be bothered with you. We don't live in the same motherfucking house, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to be. You ain't my uncle, my nigga. I don't have to be around you. So I don't understand the mindset of a motherfucker who you say has drugged and raped you, but you still kick it with a nigga for years. Where they do that at? Where they do that shit at?
Obviously in Philadelphia.
You know, is that where it was supposedly took place?
That's where he lived. That's where he been.
That's where he been.
You know, I mean, you know, I you know, so but we can move on. Let's move on to what's the girl? Look the girl's name up. I want to make sure we get her name right. The Afro-futuristic track star. What's her name? Somebody type it in the heading and stuff. Shakira. Hold on. If we just put a Shy in there.
Shakari.
Shakari. What's the last
Richardson.
name? Shakari.
Phenomenal sister. You know, she a sister. She don't speak the King's English probably like they would like for her to speak the King's English, but nevertheless, you know what? I'm not fucking with him. Nevertheless, I love her. I like her flamboyant hair. You know, that was me at one time. You know what I'm saying? And I like the young lady from what I said. I'm not a particular regular Olympic watcher. You know, they can show that shit if they ask. I'm not into the shit. But you know, she got tested positive for marijuana, which I'm kind of confused about that. Seeing that
it don't enhance nothing.
It's legal in some states.
Not only is it legal, but I don't know of marijuana being used as an enhancement for anything but talking shit.
Well, Seth Rogen said if marijuana was a enhancement for her as far as if marijuana make you run faster, he would be FloJo.
Who said that?
Seth Rogen. He said that if marijuana make you run faster, nigga, I'd be FloJo. That's what he said.
So but you know, but like they say, the rules are the rules, and the rules are the rules. She got caught, you know. But you know, I ain't gonna throw a butt on there, but
you did throw a butt anyway. He said you weren't gonna throw a butt, but you did.
I mean, I don't know what else to follow it up with. Somebody that has a mastery of the King's English, help a nigga out, right? I just, because it's like this rule is there for what? I mean, marijuana. I mean, if anything, marijuana takes away from
that shit slow you down.
If she was smoking cigarettes and they found nicotine in her system. Is nicotine one of those drugs? I mean, because nicotine, you know what I'm saying? Is it illegal to do it when is nicotine on that list?
No, I doubt that very seriously. Alcohol, I wonder if alcohol is on that list.
I don't think alcohol is on that list because people been talking about, well, she could have got drunk. You know what I'm saying? So then also we have to look at the fact, because like I said, she young.
I think they was
she young, and I'm telling you this. Anyway. This was gonna fuck up everybody. She young, and she might have a baby before the next Olympics and break all the records that she got now and whoop everybody's ass. Y'all should have let her in this time. She gonna come back with a motherfucking vengeance. I'm letting y'all know. Especially if she have a baby.
Should just boycott the goddamn Olympics.
You think so?
That's what shit.
Why?
Fuck the Olympics. For what? Because you are representing what? What do you represent when you go to the Olympics?
Well, she representing getting paid. That's her job.
They don't get paid for the Olympics.
She don't get paid for the Olympics, but she get paid afterwards. She gets sponsorship. She gets shit afterwards.
But outside of the sponsorship, that's which is a big thing.
It's a very big thing.
But I wouldn't support it. I think we should have our own something. Shit.
So we're gonna compete with who?
We're gonna compete with each other.
I don't want to play against you.
They doing football.
It ain't no fun.
They doing basketball. Most of them teams is black.
Yeah, but still,
okay,
they owned by white people, so I could beat.
But if we talking about competing,
I could symbolically beat the white man's ass. I don't want to beat another black man. You know, I'm just saying. I you know what I'm saying. I want to rush. I want to beat Russia.
No, I think.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Okay, nigga. You a
but she gets sponsorship and she gets contracts and stuff like that for the Olympic type thing.
But then they brought some old tweets she did in 2017. I want to say and that was homophobic.
She would be what? She would be what? 17?
Probably younger than that. But they said she had some homophobic tweets.
And we're gonna get to that shit real quick. So now she's a weed smoking, homophobic individual that don't deserve to run in the Olympics.
Because she said some of you dudes out here wearing pink, y'all gay as fuck. That was her comment.
Stop.
And now they saying she was homophobic in her tweet.
Okay. But all right, cool. Now we're gonna come back to her because I want to talk about this long kiss goodnight that I'm hearing about. I still ain't seen this shit about with your boy Nas X on the BET Awards. Has anybody out there heard about this shit?
I'm sure they have because they probably was watching this shit.
I don't watch shit like that. I don't want to see that shit. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? But like I listen. If Beyonce and Jay-Z were performing and they kissed, I'll probably feel a certain type of way because I'm like, what the fuck that got to do with the stage production? What is it with motherfuckers trying to push lifestyles on individuals? Matter of fact, I heard the argument that the gay piece is not a lifestyle. Have you heard that argument before?
Yes, it's not a lifestyle.
What is it? I'm glad, correct me.
I don't know what it is, motherfucker, but I've heard them say it's not a lifestyle.
It's not a lifestyle because lifestyles can be chosen. Like I could choose hip hop, but I kind of think that's me. But anyway, so it's not a lifestyle. It's an identity. Is that the correct thing? Because I can't really divorce myself from my identity. So it's an identity. And it's sort of like I feel that people's identities are being rammed down our throats. Of course, the argument now could be, well, Brother Hatim, you sound like one of those racist white dudes back in the 60s. Black folks could be black folks. I just don't want them all up in my house. I don't want them dating my daughters and shit.
Well, that's not what we're saying.
I'm not saying.
I'm not saying that.
Okay,
I'm just saying this. I don't understand why. This is where I kind of get lost at.
Go ahead.
If you a man, okay,
and
you got a beard and a balls and a penis,
okay,
and you say you are a she, I'm crazy because I called you a man. I'm the crazy one. I'm off point. My glasses crooked as a motherfucker. I'm off point because I said that you a man. Where does that make sense? You looking at me like I'm the fucked up one because I seen a motherfucker with a beard and he got balls and a penis, and I'm like, okay, sir, and then y'all gonna jump on me because he said he was.
You misidentify him. You used the wrong the wrong pronoun.
How the fuck am I the crazy one?
Because you use the wrong pronouns. You should know better.
Nigga. Look.
Don't you know gender is just a social construct anyway? Like race.
And we gotta get rid of that idea that gender is just a social construct, motherfucker. Cause you can't be no woman and you got a balls and a ding-a-ling.
I could be whatever I say that I am, Navitta. And you need to respect that shit. You better respect it. I'm feeling like a llama right now and I want to rub on you. And you better accept that shit. This is llama love, bitch. Come on.
Get the fuck out of my face. I think that is the most ridiculous shit. Now, I'm the fucking weirdo. I'm the weirdo in the equation.
Well, I feel like a dolphin now, and I'm going to squeal.
Okay, motherfucker. You know, you ain't even drinking. What is wrong with him?
I'm transhuman. God damn it.
Because that's what this shit's leading to.
But I mean,
that's what this shit is.
And you're being primed for it, and you don't realize it. And what happens is we flood other arguments into it to make it look like it aligns with other shit, but it don't. It don't.
At the end of the day, whether you are born like that or you've made a choice, because I think both things can exist. You can be born gay and you can be born, or you can make a choice. I've seen it both ways. Lesser on the born side, but I do believe some people are born that way. However, just because someone is born a certain way, I mean, shit, you could be born with diabetes. That's not a good thing. You could be born with type 1 diabetes, and guess what that's considered? That's considered abnormal. And they have to give you medications and shit like that because the body is not acting in its normal state.
So the body has a normal state.
Correct.
But according to what we understand, is it sexuality or is gender that can be fluid? So now what we need is, if there's somebody out there that's an expert, can somebody please call in and explain to our two old asses how gender can be fluid? Because is gender different than sex?
Yes, they say it is different.
Okay. Can somebody please explain to some of us old people how gender is different than sex? Because sexually, I am a man. Correct?
Correct. And that's the thing. I mean,
and my gender is male. So I could be a female, male.
No, listen, I got friends,
okay,
and I have been a supporter in the LGBTQ community, and I have several gay friends. And I'll tell you, people act like gay people are a monolith type people, and they are not. They have a variety of opinions, like us, like anybody else, any other group. And sometimes the ones who have opinions that they're not favorable to the masses or what the agenda they're trying to push, you don't get to hear from them. But I have from plenty of motherfucking gay people who be like, nigga, like I got my one friend, he be like, I'm looking at this motherfucker like, he told me that he look at men who be having a full beard and shit and be wanting to be called a she. He think that's crazier than hell. He thinks that's crazier than hell. And he's a gay man. He like, how the hell am I supposed to call you a he, nigga, and you got a full beard and a deep voice, and I mean, ain't nothing about you is female to me.
Other than I don't care. My name is Cindy, and you're going to respect.
And you just put a little lipstick on it, but you still got your beard and all your other stuff. I mean, he thinks that's odd. So you know what I'm saying? I don't think, as a woman, I have friends who are what they call them, like studs or whatever. And they'll say, like, but like I had a friend of mine, I'm like, well, what is your pronoun? She's like, what you mean? I'm a woman. Fuck you mean?
What the fuck you mean?
I'm a woman that like women. That's it. Fuck you mean what my pronoun is? You know what I'm saying? So, don't get all confused thinking that
everybody's like that.
Everybody in the LGBTQ community don't support that shit. They do not support that shit. Trust me when I tell you. It's, you're just going to hear about the ones who do because there's an agenda there.
So there's an agenda there. Now, let's talk about this agenda a little bit. Then we'll get back to the Lil Nas X and the long kiss goodnight.
You know what?
What? I mean, that's what it was. Because niggas, you can swear them, they still on the stage kissing right now. The way I'm hearing about this shit, they might be on the stage kissing right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm hearing about it. And I'm concerned.
What are you concerned about?
Well, I mean, like, I keep hearing about this agenda, and I want to know a little bit more about what people think this agenda is. You know what I'm saying? What do you think is the bottom line of the agenda?
I don't know. But they was trying to do that. They probably thought they was gonna turn Bill Cosby in the joint. But them motherfucker wasn't having it. That's how he looked when he came out, y'all. If y'all didn't see
We're about to get cut.
Bill Cosby when he came up out the joint when he
The views expressed on this show are not necessarily the views of GNJ.Media. They only belong to Navitta.
But
Navitta
definitely
alone.
with the Little Nas X thing, I think that there is an agenda that is trying to push that.
Why?
Why? I think that it reduces the population in our numbers, especially with black folks, because white people's numbers are down as far as reproducing. And
so you telling me, hold on,
at a
time
higher
out,
rate
time.
than they're reproducing.
I'm slow.
And black people, I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, they can't see what I'm doing. But, whew.
I'm slow. So you telling me 2 men can't have a baby? Is that what you're saying?
You already know I'm fucking.
I'm just asking questions. Are you telling me that 2 men can't have a baby?
And see, look, they doing this shit. Yes, I'm telling you, younger.
So 2 women can't have a baby.
No, when they doing it is they trying to get the younger crowd involved in this, because by the time we get older, you know what I'm saying, hell, it don't matter. We done had our kids and everything, so we could date who the hell we want to at that point, because we ain't having no more kids. But when they get to them, when you're real young, that kind of they have to adopt at that point. But that still does affect the numbers as far as birth rates, and especially if it's being pushed, because I see a lot more black, especially I see it more with the black male, pushing with the black male.
All right, but let me be clear here. So if I am sexually a man, but I identify as a female and I hook up with another man, are you saying that I can't get pregnant?
You know what? Listen, even on The Chi, we watched The Chi and everything, and the brother on there got a transgender woman. You know what I'm saying? And I think she actually looks like a woman and everything. And but at the end of the day, they can't have children. If that was going to be the case, they'll have to adopt. So now,
but you just brought up The Chi. So on The Chi, you have a man with a transgender woman, right? Then also on The Chi, you have a woman with another woman.
Right.
Okay.
But you also have straight couples too on The Chi.
That's cool. That's cool. Okay. That's cool. I'm just saying. So okay. Going back to the gender. So can anybody else name any other shows that are in a sense being created for us that are kind of plugging into this, what is it called, agenda piece?
Because let me say this too about the women on The Chi. They're older.
The Chi is a show.
They're older women, and like the sister on there, she done had her children already, and she's doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? And she's past baby making age. I think that a lot of times that the focus is on the younger people. That's why you have a Little Nas X in the forefront, because can stop that reproduction type piece.
Is Lil Nas still little? Is it appropriate for him still to be running around with the name Lil Nas?
Yes, that nigga ain't nothing but what, 20-something?
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering. I mean, I've been hearing his name for a while, so I thought maybe he was older. How long you gonna be Little Nas? He probably listens to this shit, because he be trolling motherfuckers. Okay. I done seen him on TikTok. He troll.
Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, okay. I ain't even gonna say it, but anyway, what else was we gonna talk about today?
We need to go back to Shakira. What's her name? Miss Richardson, Mrs. Richardson, Miss Richardson. Because we went back to the whole Lil Nas X because we got into a little something sexual with Homegirl. Oh, one of the pieces I wanted to bring up too was the reason that she said that she started smoking weed which I find hard to
Her mother
believe.
passed.
Huh?
Her mother passed.
But it was the way that it was brought to her, because now a lot of people don't. We don't know the relationship between her and her birth mother. In some form or fashion, her birth mother passed, and she had given permission or was meeting with the media, and one of the reporters brought that to her attention.
Okay.
Now, a few weeks ago, we talked about Miss Osaka, wasn't it? Miss the
sister, the half Japanese,
the half Japanese sister who do not like talking to these reporters because of the shit that they do. Now, could it be that this young lady was actually attacked by this media outlet?
She was attacked because she didn't want to participate in it, and then she had to do the anxiety.
Oh, she didn't want to
thing.
participate in it?
She didn't want to be interviewed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she didn't want to be interviewed by the media and shit. She didn't want to do interviews, and then they came against her like, well, you have to do interviews and shit like that. And then she threw in a word that gives her anxiety, if I'm not mistaken.
You talking about the Osaka, or we talking about
Osaka?
Okay, no, I'm talking about homegirl, because I'm talking about homegirl because she was. Think about this. You got a reporter that's bringing news to you that you don't have, because obviously you don't have a tight relationship with your mama.
Okay.
So this reporter, in having a discussion with you about you being an athlete, brings up some shit that has absolutely nothing to do with you being an athlete.
Right.
This young lady was attacked.
Stick to the sports, motherfucker.
Right.
We're talking sports shit, not my personal family
right.
shit.
So now I'm young. I'm dealing with these feelings. Obviously, I don't have a close relationship with my mom, because a motherfucker like you could come up in here and have an interview with me and tell me that the person that gave birth to me is dead. Yeah, I mean, is that not fucked up? And then on top of that, why don't we know this reporter's name? Why we don't know who this reporter worked for? Because that's who people really need to be, up in arms against as well. I mean, because I understand she broke the rules, she need to be outside. But that motherfucker who interviewed her should not be allowed in any more locker rooms anywhere. Anybody black that's having an interview with that individual need to, regardless of who they are, don't need to be having interviews with them at all. Because that was a very unnecessary issue. Black or white. That was very unnecessary. There's an unnecessary discussion for somebody who's preparing for, in a sense, the race of their life.
True. He was very inappropriate on that shit.
Him or her was very inappropriate to bring that shit up and to, in a sense, add to the stress. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think people really understand the stress it takes to be a top-tier athlete. The constant working out. That shit is stressful.
Dude, I wonder if even Walker, let me ask you, what do you think about what a lot of men in sports have to deal with, a lot of the groupies that they have to deal with, and the women throwing themselves at them, you know what I'm saying, with a hot box ready to explode, hoping that they could even latch on with something, maybe get a lawsuit or something, or blackmail a motherfucker, whatever. Do women have the same, women in sports, do they have the same issue, or do they have men that are coming at them in that kind of a way, do you think, trying to throw them the D?
Always. I'm just saying.
Even in sports, do you think it's magnified, and when they become famous or athlete, that they have to protect themselves from the groupie hoe? They can't run around.
It's different. It's different. But, because even if she wasn't a top tier athlete, she not a bad looking woman. So I'm quite sure. Mm-hmm. I'm quite sure that she get many a dick offer. But then you throw on top of it that she's famous,
and she get more dick offers.
Or better quality dick offers.
She might get better quality dick offers then. But listen, what about the offers? Do she get the dick offers with the motive? Do she got to be like, you know how, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, but the situation he was in with the white chick, and she couldn't wait after they had sex to say he raped her, and then come to find out, you know, that wasn't the case. She was bragging to her friends that she, you know, had fucked Kobe Bryant, and she had different semen in her panties and all of that. Do that type of shit happen to women in sports? Do men come at them like with the agenda, like, I'm trying to hit this, but so I mean, he can't get pregnant.
Right, he can't get pregnant.
There's
no benefits for him other than bragging rights.
He can't say she raped me.
Right.
He can't.
Well, her strong and fast that I tried to get away. She caught me. She's strong as hell.
So, you know, I
cut me with her nails and shit.
You know what? I wonder if women athletes have to. I'm sure they have to deal with the manipulative motherfucker who's trying to get in and get some sex on the basis of they gonna try to use it against her later on. You don't think that works?
I'm trying to figure out how that would work. See, because it's like
he can say she raped me.
And I mean, I'm just joking, but name a court where that shit is gonna really stick.
I never heard a woman athlete have rape charges, so
I don't see how it can stick. I think it's a little bit different. She's cute enough. She's a cutie and she's fast. And I know as fast as she runs, she got to have a tight ass. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and I'm quite sure
she can. What if he say he was drunk? She could do. I was drunk and I didn't have the wherewithal, and she had sex with me. I didn't know what I was doing, but I've yet to hear about it, which is I think you gotta really think about that. I have yet to hear about women athletes who have been accused of rape. They don't get niggas drunk. You
know how she could beat that charge?
How?
On a court day, more than likely she'll have a man judge. More than likely, all she gotta do is dress up real nice, look real good, and walk in the courtroom and listen to a motherfucker cry. A man cry in front of another man. I was joking. She took advantage of me.
I think that's a double standard.
It is a double. Well, I mean, come on now. You already know we living in a world of double standards. We're living in a world where I can say I feel like a girl right now, and you would have to call me her, or I could be like she gender shaming Navitta. Goddamn gender shamer.
No, motherfucker, no.
You a gender slut.
You confusing me, motherfucker. You confusing me with this aggressive behavior, nigga. Fuck, I'm confused, nigga. What is you talking about?
I don't know. At this point in time, I don't know. Maybe the gender's working. I'm all confused.
I'm talking about, why men, you don't get as many rape charges with because the whole thing now is like if you drunk and even if you drunk and consent, they saying now that's rape. Paul Dorsey said he never thought of it like that. Yeah, because think about it. If you really think about why these men, because a man can say the same shit. We was drinking, she the one with the money. She bought all kind of Alizé or whatever. She bought the.
I woke up. She was on top of me, yo. I feel.
Why don't the men get to come out and say that kind of shit? You know why? Because it's going to be just like you said. They're going to criticize this.
They'll criticize you. Look at this young hot thing, boy. You sit up here crying.
Get drunk and have sex all the time.
All the time. Well, I mean, I'm speaking for the other men. I don't know nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? But it would be hard to prove. It would be very hard to prove. And then on top of that, you got that bias.
Well, what about the shit about, if a woman says it, you should believe it. Well, what about if a man say it? Because he know that ain't nobody going to believe the shit.
Exactly.
And he could definitely, look.
That's what.
Here's what you do.
Go ahead.
You get out there now, and when you get with these motherfuckers, especially they got a little bit of money, this is how we're going to get the shit to get right. Y'all start claiming rape charges against these bitches. Talking about I was high and drunk, and I couldn't rightfully consent, and I want to press rape on this bitch.
No, but hold on. Now check this out. But what if she's pregnant? See now, so now in that encounter,
we would be laughed at. Right. Paul Dorsey said we would be laughed at. Men be having babies by ladies, getting them drunk.
Hell yeah. And for the rest of your life, See, and this is where now you ain't gonna like this, but that is where your boy come from. When we talk about every week, Kevin Samuels. This is the arena that produced a Kevin Samuels. Because men, for a long time, shit has been ignored.
I'm gonna call you
like that.
I'm doing my show. Can you call in and tell us if you've been raped, Bob? You done hung up.
See, he ain't got what I'm supposed to say. I was taken advantage of.
Has any man ever been taken advantage of by a woman?
Yeah, it's called child support. Yeah, in many cases, men get taken advantage of because once the seed is dropped, you have no say so, none. And not only is your rape, not only it's even I ain't gonna say worse because I don't want to compare it, but for a man, it continues. You are taken advantage of mentally, you're taken advantage of sexually, and then economically. And in America, your manhood is connected to your economics. Many men right now can't hold a woman because they're paying child support. And in some cases, they're paying child support for a child that they never asked for, that they never considered for, that they never even were asked if they wanted to have it.
But they know what happens when sex happens, but no one ever says that when it's a woman.
Nobody ever says it when it's a woman.
But if a man says, she took advantage of me, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to handle it. I was drunk, and she came on to me, and she got pregnant. Everybody would say, well, you know what happens when you have sex. You shouldn't have been around. Woo, if that was a man. If that was a woman, motherfuckers would say, you took advantage of her.
Right.
You raped her. She didn't have the full right to consent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But as a man, but you brought up the point of women taking responsibility. That, how can I put it? We're living in a society that has made it possible for there to be double standards like this and men to be laughed out of court for the very thing that you're bringing up. Hold on.
Bill Cosby was, let's see, Martha Stewart. Or whoever. You think this would be turned out the same way. They'd be like, nigga, she ain't raping nobody. You wanted it.
You wanted it.
You wanted it.
You wanted it, Bill.
Why can't he say, I was drunk and I didn't know, because the thing with the Cosby situation is the pills was given taken willingly. He provided, and they took that over to what happened?
I don't know. I just hit this. I don't know what happened. Unable to access. What's going on? I hope we didn't get to it too late.
Where's the plug? Did we blow a fuse?
No, we ain't blow a fuse. Check 1, check 2. Oh, okay, they can still hear us. Let's see. Give us a second, family. We're gonna go to the camera.
Why is this happening every time we hook up a laptop?
Unplug. Oh, it's unplugged. It says it's unplugged, but here it goes right here.
Back.
It's right here. Unless it's broke.
I think we just lost. This is the camera plug right here.
No, that's the mic.
It says cam. Oh, well.
You sure?
That's what I always used to put in there. It's not working. I know. Hold on,
we're about to get it together. We're gonna get it together, family.
Well, we won't be able to boost this show again. We're gonna have to close it on out anyway. I got homework to do.
Yeah, she got homework to do. There we go. There your pretty self go. All right. Oh, be quiet. But yeah. So but this is a major issue. But this gets into the relationship issue. This gets into the responsibility issue.
Let's expand on that next week, because I really want to talk about this double standard in this dating situation. Because I know plenty of women who invite a motherfucker over to their crib and cook a nice meal and have some weed and drinks, or the dude might even bring the weed. But their intent is, I'm about to get some tonight. And if he get drunk and tipsy or what have you, if she has sex with him, did she take advantage of him?
Well, let's see. I mean, because now taking one step farther, let's say she gets pregnant in that encounter, right?
Okay.
Because how can I put it? The rape piece would be would be made null and void with the fact that she was pregnant. You understand what I'm saying? All right.
No.
So soon as a woman get pregnant, and me and you had consensual in some form of fashion, consensual sex, even though I was drunk or whatever, for a man, that shit is all out the window, especially if she's pregnant.
I don't understand what you're saying. What's out the window?
All right,
so let's say being consensual is out the window?
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of like once you have, as a man, you should always be in control. Period. It don't make a difference. As a man, you should always. This is the way the world views it. This is the way they don't teach you this in school. But as you go through the system, you start finding, as a man, every last one of your decisions have to be thought through thoroughly, because there are major consequences for everything that you do. When I have sex, major consequence. I got to make sure, regardless of what she tells me, I got to make sure that I protect myself.
Right.
There's certain ways that I have to be able to talk to other men, because I can't do what some women might do in our community and just go off and you have to be very careful. You got to be careful about how you deal with everything as a man. It's very dangerous. So what I'm saying is that if a woman could throw the pregnancy card into the conversation, it don't matter if she took advantage of you or not.
Okay.
Morally, yes. Court-wise, they'll throw that shit out and put you on papers and make you have to give up.
Okay, so you're saying if a woman took advantage of a man in his drunken state,
right,
and he gets her pregnant,
and she gets pregnant, right,
and he tries
see,
to
now
say,
listen how you said it. He got her pregnant. If she took advantage of it, she got pregnant. He didn't get her pregnant.
Well, he got her pregnant.
No, if not, if he was taking advantage of it, she got pregnant. She made a choice. She got pregnant.
Okay. He unwillingly got her pregnant.
No.
He wasn't willing to. He was taken advantage of. Okay. He was drunk just.
I'm just saying. I'm just want to change the language.
So you're saying that
she got pregnant.
So the rape situation would be out the window.
It'd be out the window
because she was pregnant.
Because she was pregnant. She was pregnant. That shit would be. They would throw. I mean, I'm telling you right now. That matter of fact, him being taken advantage of, even if he was passed out, he don't remember even having sex with her. And some of us have been in those situations, bruh, where we have totally, because of what we were or where we were, and we was totally, we have woke up and not known. You have to be like, what the fuck happened?
Or did we have sex?
Yeah.
I've had men tell me like about girls, and he's like, I woke up like, damn, I don't even remember nothing.
Don't remember shit.
So does that mean she took advantage? She raped him.
She raped
according to their standards that they've been setting.
According to the standards that they set. But if she's pregnant, he bears all the responsibility.
Whether he was raped or not.
It don't matter.
That's not fair. Should he? Should he have to take care of that child if it was a...
If we're looking at traditional relationships and the traditional roles of men, I would have to say yes. But if we're looking at this modern mumbo jumbo bullshit, I say hell no. Matter of fact, in the way that they got it set up, a man should have say so on whether or not a woman. I just hit the table on whether or not a woman get to keep the child. But of course, they won't go for that shit.
Oh hell no. That was because if a man got to make the decision, these athletes especially, they definitely would be like, this shit is a wrap.
That's the phone.
We are going all the way off. Go back.
All right, go back.
Oh, what?
Did you switch it out?
No, I just told you. You want
Oh, that's cold. I forgot that's the background. Well, what was that the whole goddamn
what
time?
happened? I don't know what has happened. Let's just wrap it up because this ain't working.
All right, family. We just got
to figure out why this is
right.
this is the second week
Something
this is
going
done.
on with the.
We might have a short. I'm thinking.
You know what?
Thinking we got a short in one of these cords.
That's messed up. We was having a good conversation, but you know what? We might need to think about moving to a podcast because you know we do have podcast station as well.
I don't know the difference, but okay.
The difference is that it don't have to have the picture.
We're back up again. We must have a short. I think we got a short in the cord.
Right. But you know what?
Start using
now,
that other camera.
This camera that Navitta got since we here. Navitta, how much you pay for that camera?
$19.99.
We got full use out that motherfucker. Come on now. That
sure
for $20.
For $20.
That's a good ass camera. We don't even remember the name of it. It was in Chinese and shit. But you know what I'm saying? But we got good use out of that.
Next week we'll have to use another one because I think this camera got a short in the cord.
But we want to thank you, and we're gonna go a little bit farther with this whole male-female dynamic. You know what I'm saying? Because I wonder if that's part of the social construct that motherfuckers is trying to battle.
Because if we're gonna make it, if we're gonna say gender fluidity and those types of things, then the rules should apply
to everybody.
So if a man say he was drunk, he don't even remember fucking a bitch, then he was right.
But I'm pregnant. I don't want to keep the baby. Right? He should have a say-so in that, right?
They need to make laws around that.
Oh yeah. I mean,
because you know, I think that because the baby was conceived in an illegal way, he should not have to have any responsibility because it was conceived through
how about even let's say even if we consent to have sex and the female gets pregnant and I look at her and say, I do not want to have a baby with you. No,
nigga. You should have protected yourself.
See, there we go. Double standard, goddamn it.
Double
standard. Nigga, fuck that. I just wanted to fuck you. I just wanted to feel how I just wanted to see how I feel.
Should have put a condom on there.
And then I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling rubber.
Well, then you
double standard ass. One minute you the male advocate, next minute you the bitch down the street. I can't deal with it no more.
Those are two different scenarios.
No. I don't want to baby.
Well, we're gonna talk about it next week because I got schoolwork to do. And I'm hungry. I ain't ate.
Me too.
So we'll catch y'all next week and we'll get this camera situation fixed.
Right. And I want to ask y'all, please, if you could type this in for me, Sister Navitta. I want GNJmedia Journey. We need your support. And we have it so that each one of our members, you know what I'm saying, we keep track of who's supporting who. And those of you that love blunt talk and you want to support Sister Navitta, go to Navitta.GNJ.Media. And that link will take you straight to where you could donate and we'll be able to keep track of the fact that Navitta has supporters. Because all of our membership, we're striving to help everybody get at least 5 supporters. Because the goal for GNJmedia is for us to make, I'm trying to think of the number, $46 per hour, 24 hours a day. Then we'd be able to employ people. $46.
We're trying to employ black folks, young folks, get them jobs.
Not just young folks. We got some old folks that need some goddamn jobs too.
We do.
You know.
Oh, my nose is itching. Okay, well, thanks for tuning in, y'all.
You know why your nose is itching? Because that double standard bullshit that you pull. You know what I'm saying? That's that double standard. And on top of that, you got a fluid booger in your nose right now that don't know whether it want to be a booger or not. It's like, I don't know what.
You is a liar. I ain't got no booger.
All right, family. We out. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us.
And the old man will be with us next week.
Yeah, we'll be back with hopefully Bobby and Illumila next week.
Oh, so Bobby is in the crew now?
I'm trying to get Bobby in the crew. Shit. All right, I'm hungry.
Marsha Wash.
Yeah.
Gina G.